What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? Today is Christmas. We're continuing this 30-day challenge. Still trying to figure out if I'm going to extend it of me, actually doing something for 30 days, doing YouTube for 30 days to put it in a habit form, make sure it becomes a habit, and just giving some knowledge that I have gotten over the years, to help anybody that sees this video if they resonate with this video. And today, I'm going off the cuff. I actually, I set up some things where I have topics that I talk about each day. And today I'm kind of going off the cuff because I have a significant experience just with Christmas. And what I mean by that is that I've been in the lowest of the lows on Christmas Day before, Christmas Eve, and just in holidays. And today, I'm thankful, God bless that I'm healthy, not in the hospital. My kids are good, things are going well. And went to church this morning, went to work this morning. Shot some photos of the worship service, and it was great. But what I want to just discuss is, I also have, some friends that are going through a tough time right now. And by tough time, I mean, they may not be here in a few weeks on this earth. So, just 2 years ago, 2 years ago in Christmas 2020, actually 3 years, Christmas 2021. I vividly remember me being in in the hospital, limited, contact where people could come in, on dialysis, wondering, what what am I doing? Why am I'm this young and always sick? Of course, with underlying sickle cell anemia that I've dealt with my entire life. But going into it and having to get emergency surgery, not understand what's going on, not knowing what even dialysis is, what it means, and all of a sudden had that life changing event to where one of my kidneys just didn't function the way that it should. And also dealing with sickle cell crisis because of just different things. There was just a whole lot of questions that I had, and it just didn't feel good. It didn't feel good. And now I even talked to the individual that I'm talking about. I talked to him last week, going to go and see him soon, most likely tomorrow. They asked me, what, how did you do it? Get out of that slump, because in the hospital you don't just have, the world still goes on, and there's so many things that, especially as a man, or there's individuals that just have a lot going on in their lives that a lot of people depend on them, but you worry about so much that you can't do. You worry about so much that first of all, you can't see people. You don't have the freedom to just walk around, or the strength. I mean, you have the freedom, but even just the strength to do that, not knowing what the future holds. So I just want to say, with all of that, there's so many people going through so many things right now on Christmas Day or in the holiday season. To those of you that this year is like in my position where, I'm just happy to be out. I'm happy to see my kids. I'm happy to see my family. I'm happy to enjoy, a service this morning at my church. Get up, go around. I'm happy I can even make this video. For those of us that's just walking around, and to just be grateful for the things that we have, the things that God has given us, the people that has been put around us, enjoy that. And we really look for more than the essentials sometimes, with gifts and with all these other things, versus understanding that there's somebody else that can't do what you're doing right now. Just being able to laugh with your sister, laugh with your brother, laugh with your mom, your uncles, your aunts, being able to just see them, being able to gain wisdom from anybody, being able to help somebody today. We lose sight of that. We lose sight of how grateful you really should be. And to those on the other end of the spectrum, don't give up hope. You know, me being in the hospital during that time, and I've been in the hospital plenty of times since then, very, very minimal, because I just had to make some changes in my life. But I've been a numerous amount, too many times to even count, based on sickle cell. But being in that position during Christmas Day, during the holiday season, I can't see my kids, can't touch them, it's just feeling bad, can't really walk. I look different because of fluid, so it's a very hard feeling to go over unless you have, it's a few things. One, for me, it's having God in your life. Me being able to trust him and be like, you know what, I've been in these other spaces before, maybe not as bad as this, but I know what you can do. Now let me be an aid to myself and do what I need to do in order for God to push me in the direction that he wants me to go in. Because if I'm not obedient to that, then I can't blame nobody but myself. So in all actuality, what I did, I took everything and made it my responsibility to make sure that I take care of myself first. And when I tell you, things started to flow much better when you take care of yourself first. I want to demystify this whole selfish thing, because in reality, you were born out the womb selfish. There's nothing that you cannot do if you take care of yourself. You have to take care of yourself. Because you can't help the next person. Nobody wants to listen to somebody that doesn't have results. How are you going to get results if you don't take care of yourself first? And that doesn't mean don't care of other people. That does not mean that. But you can't do it if you don't take care of yourself. And that's mainly it, right? Like, that's the basis of us starting, and that's another reason why I'm doing all of these videos is, we lose the understanding of we have to physically, mentally, spiritually, financially take care of ourselves in order to go to the next level, in order to help other people, in order to do the things that we really aspire to do, in order for God to open the doors that he wants to open for us if we do the right things for our body, our mind, our spirit. Like, you have to do the right things in order to get the blessings that you want to get. Don't take care of yourself. What's the point of somebody else taking care of you? And it goes in so many facets of life. And it's something that we once again overlook about, oh, well, we have to do this for this. We have to do that. We have to do that. It's okay to say no. It's okay this Christmas if you don't have the money to buy all of these people things. But if you make the effort to just call everybody, Merry Christmas. How are you feeling? How's your holiday? Just talking to them. People like people that actually care about them. And that's when I go back to the selfish part. People are selfish automatically because if you're doing something, if somebody basically tells you that they love you, they're telling you that for a reason. They're telling you that because maybe they feel like they love you based upon what you do, how you make them and other people feel good. That's really a selfish act when you think about it. Because I like what you're doing, so I'm going to act a certain way. Right? You got to think outside the box of it. Now, when it go, and that's my whole point of speaking about how selfishness isn't bad, because you got to also know when to cut it off and move forward with being unselfish at specific times. But majority of the time, you are selfish anyway. Be selfish with making sure that you know what you need to put in your body. Be selfish with, no, I'm not going to eat that today. Be selfish with, no, I'm not going to buy that today. Be selfish with, no, I can't spend this time with you because I have X, Y, and Z to do. You know? And then at the end of the day, they'll see the whole picture, everybody outside of it, like, oh, I got it. I got it now. Right? So, mainly, man, once again, those are down right now. It's just a season. It's just a season. It may not, especially during Christmas and holiday time, being in a bad season during these times it hit a little different because it is always labeled as joyous, right? But also, it could be a blessing in disguise by you being in this season and having that joyous feeling trying to penetrate into where you may not feel as great as you feel right now, but it may penetrate into making you feel a little bit better, just a little bit better, and give you a little bit more hope to make some changes. And don't go and jump and try once again and make changes in other people's lives in other areas. Make changes where you know that you can assess yourself and see what you need to do differently. I know for me, I want to gain weight. I want to build more muscle. I want to get back to being able to have better cardiovascular activities going on, just to make sure that my lungs are working properly and I could breathe and run longer than I want to run, right? There's so many things that I want to do. I want to be a YouTuber, content creator for a very long time, right? So I'm taking action. If I just sit down and don't work out, I'll work out once a week. I'm going to stay where I'm at. If I don't eat the proper nutrition, I'm going to stay where I'm at. If I don't turn on these cameras, I'm going to stay where I'm at. And I've been there. I'll stop and I go take care of everyone else. And now I keep asking myself, why are you not doing this? Yeah, you're getting by, but are you happy? Yeah, you're getting by, but you got more to do. Right? Yeah, you're getting by, but besides doing this job that you really don't want to do, you could be doing your job that you've been asking yourself to do, which is crazy. You're trying to get contracts with other people versus making a contract with yourself and God and making sure that you fulfill that contract for a certain amount of time. Like there's things that we have to really put into perspective to understand it ain't nothing but our fault. Nobody else's fault. Of course, there's situations that happen to where, we may be in the wrong place at the wrong time, but the majority of our decision making that puts us into spaces where we are. When you look in the past 3 to 5 years, what did you do? And does it make sense that you're at this space right now? Most likely, yes. So, versus trying to be something in a week when you could be something in the next 3 to 5 years, work towards that. And we work towards that by fixing ourselves first. So I just want to say Merry Christmas. It's almost New Year's now, but Merry Christmas. Like, share, and subscribe for some more videos. It's going to continue. I appreciate you for watching. Peace.